everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Her Startup Stories. My name is Anshita Singh, and today we are in conversation with Prachi Bhatia. Prachi Bhatia is the founder of Chokhat.in. Not all of us have the willpower and strength to turn our dreams into reality. Fortunately, Prachi is one of the very few people who have been able to do that. Being an entrepreneur with over 6 years of design experience, she firmly believes in combining aesthetics with functionality. So, without any further ado, let's add Prachi directly to the stream. Hi, Prachi. Welcome to the show. I've seen the collection and I'm very interested to know, a little bit in detail about the brand. So, if you could tell me and the viewers a little bit about your brand, that would be great.
Sure. Thank you, Anshita. Thank you for having me here. And it is always, I think, I always feel happy to talk about the brand because this is something that I have built from scratch. I started Chokhat after 2 years of my job, and during those 2 years, I was a person who never wanted to, build a business of my own. But those 2 years taught me that. I think I can do it. So after 2 years, I started this, and while I was starting, very honestly, this is something that I have studied. I have a graduation in product design, so this is literally what I knew. So उस time पे यही आता था करना. That is why I started Chokhat. But when I was starting this, I realized that I was working in export house, and also I worked in a buying house. I realized that in India, the kind of products that are being sold are very monotonous. People have been, especially middle class families in India, they have been exposed to similar kind of products. And if you actually see broadly, every company is selling one more or less similar products. They take the product from the back end manufacturer, tweak it a little, and then call it their own and sell it. So I realized that people do want them, but there is this saying that a middle class person develops while growing up, that designer hai mehenga hoga. Be it a cloth, be it any sort of furniture, be it shoes, be it anything. If it is designer, it will be expensive. So that is something I think that was stuck in my mind because I belong to a middle class family, and I feel that home is something that should not be restricted by budgets. So I started Chokhat with this vision that I will provide affordable products to Indian middle class families, and yeah, the product should have that wow factor. So that's how we started.
Right. And I think that's a great thought. And I would like to congratulate you on that. I think what you've done is great. Also, in all these years of establishing your brand, I'm sure there would have been a lot of highs and some lows as well. So, how has the journey been? If you could share a little bit of your experience, also for the young entrepreneurs watching you right now, how has the journey been, Prachi?
Journey has been like a roller coaster, very frankly, because I started with 2 years of experience, and 2 years is nothing. Is literally nothing when you have because those 2 years I was 23 when I started. I started working when I was 21. So 21 and 23 years of age, you literally know nothing, and आप job भी कर रहे होते हो because आप सीख ही रहे हो. You are just trying to understand the surroundings. At that point of time, you are also unsure about if you chose the right career path also. So that was I was also going through the same thing. चल रहा है, सीख रहे हैं. And उन 2 साल में ये ध्यान नहीं दिया that I might have to start something on my own. So those 2 years कोई networks नहीं बनाए, nothing. It was just a bit of experience in designing and manufacturing, like very little bit, no contacts, nothing. So I started with zero resources, and that is why I think I faced a lot more issues than other people because I didn't know. I know how to sell a product, but where to get it manufactured was the question, because the vendors that I used to work with when I was in my job were literally big factories, and they will not accept 10 pieces per order. And so yeah, so it has been a roller coaster, but I think every business involves that. So yeah.
Right. So, also, why this name? How did this come to your mind, and how did chocolate, come to life?
Name, I think there is a bit of a story behind the name. So while I was working, I wanted that I will, I might start something. So I used to write names. I always wanted a very Indian quirky kind of a name. So I had a list of names with that included Chokhat, Baksa, Lalten, Charpai. I was also watching this series during that time, The Girl in the City. So I had also written The Girl in the City, TG IC will be the name. And so there was a whole list of it, and I used to Google what all names are already taken. So Lalten was taken, Charpai was taken, and so and in the end we were left with two names, which was Baksa and Chokhat. So I just took my family vote, and to my surprise, everybody voted for Chokhat. I liked Baksa more. So initial 2 years, I did not like the name of the company, but after that, everybody started saying, "Oh my God, such a beautiful name." So now I also love it. So yeah, it
Yeah.
started with me not
I
liking it.
think it's a very catchy name, and your eyes just stay once you see chocolate
Thank
on the
you.
screen. So that's really cool. Also, I want to talk about Heart of India campaign, and I want to know your views on it. Like, how do you think it is going to help all the young entrepreneurs, and how do you think it is beneficial for you as an entrepreneur?
See, Anshita, I think the best part about Heart of India is that it is basically connecting and hearing about other people's story. I think as a woman, especially if I talk about very small example, if you see that when when I drive, okay, simply I'm driving a car, okay, अपने आसपास अगर if I see any woman or any elderly woman driving, it gives me a sense of proud. I mean, for a woman, I think it is just a small thing कि एक दूसरी woman को आप drive करते हुए, which is a very basic रोज की जिंदगी का task, you feel empowered, So I think the best part about Heart of India is that they are sharing and recording they are sharing and recording and sharing multiple stories, and when people get to hear other people's story, I think it inspires them, because we get to hear that let's say XYZ person ने 400 crores का कंपनी ओवरनाइट बना दिया, so ये चीज आपको रिलेटेबल नहीं लगती, यू लाइक यार ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. And when you actually hear a person talking about their own company who started from scratch or whatever it is, but you feel relatable, so then I think that sense of empowerment comes from within. So I think that's the best part.
True, I think you're absolutely right there. And also, let's come back to Chokhat. You've put your heart and soul into it. But where do you see it going if we talk about the coming 5 years? What do you see?
The coming 5 years, I have a vision of having at least 2 to 3 stores within India, and I definitely plan because Chokhat now is the name. Chokhat, so Chokhat means entry of the house. So the idea, long-term plan is to have everything that you require inside a house, be it a textile, be it a household, be it furniture, be it anything. It should be available within, with Chokhat. So yeah, that's the idea. We are definitely planning to take it global. And starting small, I think we have bigger vision. So yes, next 5 years are something.
Absolutely. And I wish you all the luck for all your future endeavors. I think you're going to shine bright. Any message, any learning that you've learned through your journey and during the course of your journey that you would want to share with the young entrepreneurs watching you right now? Any piece of message that you would like to give to the audience?
Yes, I do have a piece of advice. See, when I think when you are starting young, I think it's a plus point, okay, because you do not have that kind of that that level of responsibilities. When I started, I had responsibilities. My salary used to help my family, so but I was still, I was at this level of responsibility. So I think jitna jaldi aap start kar pao, it's good for you, because you have time to accept those failures, to work on those failures. जितना आप सोचोगे, जितना आप प्लान करोगे, जितना आपको लगेगा मैं नेटवर्क्स बनाऊं, रिसोर्सेज इकट्ठा करूं, इन्फॉर्मेशन इकट्ठा करूं, see, that experience doesn't guarantee success. A person with 12 years, 30 years of experience starting a business will have his own learnings. Definitely those 30 years ka contacts, your networks and experience will help, but it still doesn't guarantee success. So start as soon as you can. Don't think about कि मैं करूंगा या करूंगी कभी इन लाइफ, वो कभी कभी नहीं आता. So it's now or it's never. So just start, and whatever learnings that will cross your path, they will on your journey. पहले से जब तक आप कहते हैं ना वो उस मैदान में जब तक उतरोगे ही नहीं, you will not understand the problems and the kind of things that will come your way. So just start. सोचो मत, शुरू करो, सीख लेना, जल्द जल्द.
Right. I think I'm sure this is going to help a lot of people. And on that happy note, if you could quickly tell us where can people find all the products of Chokhat, for everyone.
Yeah, we have our own website. It's www.chokha.in, and we are also available on Instagram and Facebook. So yes, anybody can drop in and check the website and the Instagram page.
All right, super. Thank you so much for being with us today. I think Prachi, you're going great heights coming future, and I wish you all the luck. And
Thank
then
you.
thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.